Hello everyone, this video is about an idea I came up with for collaboration between universities and teaching institutes. This is what we will cover. Some teaching institutes want to lighten the burden upon them due to the many trainees they have, and others just want to make more profit. Universities, like Zubair City, seek to graduate students with as much expertise and knowledge as possible. TAs at these universities aim to gain more expertise and gain more profit. If these universities, especially those with a lot of vacant spaces and TAs, provide these vacant spaces and TAs to the teaching institutes, then both parties will benefit. The beneficiaries will be the university, its students and teaching assistants, the institute, and the industry companies. But how exactly will the idea be implemented? The teaching institutes will choose eligible TAs from the university, train them to teach their material, and after arranging with the university, the teaching instructors and TAs will teach the material during the academic day and after it, using the students' laptops mainly, and the projectors and boards. The continuous quality control will ensure the quality of the training, and as more TAs get trained and more instructors come, more vacant spaces can be utilized and more students can be trained, and all parties will benefit. It's important to mention that the university will allow trainees from outside it to attend the campus, use its resources such as the cafeteria and lab equipment as arranged, and these students will be subject to the university regulations in the handbook. And the university will make profit through a commission for each trained student and a portion of the fees paid by the students. And university students will get a special discount. And the university didn't conduct any training that will make it incur any additional costs, and the TAs will get paid from both the university and the teaching institute. The impact on the university will be graduating highly trained students and helping them fulfill their program requirements, gaining more reputation, valorizing its vacant spaces, training its TAs, and networking with the institute's officials. The teaching institute will have the load on other training centers reduced, hired more instructors, and expanded its operations, gained more reputation, and networked with university doctors and TAs. The students will have more accessible training, will be able to fulfill their program requirements more easily, and will graduate with higher competitiveness and stronger CVs. Teaching assistants will build stronger CVs, deepen their teaching expertise, and earn more income. And the industry will have more graduates with higher skills and innovation to choose from. After calculating the additional costs for electricity for the classes and the water, and the incentives for the janitors and additional payment for the TAs, for around about 6 TAs for 6 classes per month and 50 students per class, then this sums up to a total of 10 grand per month, or for each student, £35. Since the majority of training for college students is in the form of fully funded scholarships, then by assuming that only pre-college students will pay for the training, and that about 35 students will pay 3 grand per month at 1 grand for each week of training, then the teaching institute will make about 105 grand. Since Zuwel City will only receive profit from students outside of Zuwel City, and by assuming that about 2 classes only be occupied by Zuwel City students, then Zuwel City will make about 80 grand per month. The student costs Zuwel City about £35 plus brings £400, then for any number of students, Zuwel City will always make profit, as long as the majority of students are outside of Zuwel City, which is the case because Zuwel City is only one university, and students from many other universities will attend the training. Therefore, whether in summer or not in summer, Zuwel City will always make profit, and therefore this venture is financially feasible. But is it sustainable? The training will depend on university TAs, which will be available for most of the time, and instructors from the teaching institutes. And as the number of students increases and the vacancies decrease, the training times can be shifted to after the academic day hours. And in the future, an establishment for the training purposes only can be built on campus. And as university acquires more hardware, more advanced training can be given. This has been my idea. If you have any modifications or comments, please tell me right away. And thank you for your precious time, and good night. Bye bye.